Oh, Jesus. I lost you guys there. Alright. Do I know what happened? Not really, but I created a new one the fastest I could. Here we go. Let me post that. Alright. Slight issue. New stream. Okay. I try to get things done as quickly as possible. I okay. Left off at Mead Met and Doki's cover of No Matter What. Love that song. Other friends, definitely. I watched the first season, watched that. I can't really remember the second season, but I don't remember if I remember watching it, but I remember it very, very, very vaguely, which is kind of weird. Sing. Uh, ooh, oh my lord. Let me tell you, my fan right now is going so loud. My fan right now is going so loud. But yeah, I think I am. Okay, we were talking about music. We're on. We just talked about music and art. Definitely. And music, like I said, was a very large help to me. I tried my best to post as much as I could. I love the Violor girlies. They are amazing. They something that I do hope to do in the future, more towards the second VTuber. I'll drop a hint, maybe later. I'm not sure if you guys will recognize the hint, but hmm, I have a lot of things to get done with her, but hopefully I'm going to be done as soon as possible. So, super happy about that. Yeah, and then I cracked my laptop and couldn't work on it. Yep, I talked about designing more outfits. Um, as always, you guys know I love Eevee and his evolutions. Let me tell you guys, actually, I think I had the most interesting way, my most interesting entry into reading manga ever. Because anime, I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z as a kid, but in my head, I always thought that was like American. I thought that was like American cartoons. I did not realize that it was anime at first, which was very interesting to realize. I know my sister introduced me to anime. Um, then my first time reading manga, my first time reading manga, I think I read Fruits Basket and I read Rosario plus vampire. Now, let me tell you, I thought that shit was normal because of the way, because it was like one of the first ones that I read. I know I realized a lot of people talked about the discrepancies between like anime and manga, so I thought this was just one of the discrepancies. The amount of fan service was funny. Um, Not funny in a bad way. Honestly, I really loved the story. I didn't really think of it as fan service. I just thought that shit was normal, which tells you a lot about American TV. But, but, oh my god, I forgot. LMAO. LMAO. But yeah. What was it? I read the book, then watched the anime. I There's a lot of stories I can tell with you guys about that because I feel like the second anyone who's not supposed to be there walks in on when you're watching something, it always becomes the worst it could be. Like it's the funniest thing. Um super duper interesting. I really like the thought of Rosario plus vampire. It wasn't I didn't incorporate it into my design, which is actually really interesting. That I just happened to have a cross around my neck, but but that just has to do with one of my lore. That just has to do with more towards my lore. But when I think about Rosario plus vampire, I think about how much I loved Monster Girls. Oh my god. Then I showed you guys me editing the model to show different colors because the thing is when I first created this model, I separated the color and the rendering for it. For everything except my wings, horns, halo, tail, those needed to be rendered on top of those had to be rendered for them to look the way that they needed to look. But everything else I rendered separately from it. Um, and it's so interesting because I was able to change the base color layer, and what I think I did was I tried inverting the colors because I tried inverting the colors, seeing what would happen, and the colors turned, I think, yellow and green, and it was like very interesting because I was like, it seems like her happier sister, like her less depressed sister, is what it looked like, honestly, which is an interesting thought. I was so it was such really interesting. It was really interesting. Um, yeah, I'm grabbing some food that I have nearby because my stomach's going, which is actually a good thing, technically, since I haven't been hungry in the morning for like a while. Technically, it's afternoon, but you know, tomato, 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 tomato. For the past 2 days, though, I was. Let me eat for a second. I also realized I find all sorts of things super cute. Like baby animals, which is honestly very normal, very human. But like when ugly things do cute things too. I'm going off topic again, but my mom made us like tacos with various things to put, and she had us get a couple things. I got guacamole, and let me tell you, certain TV shows are so ingrained in me that the first time I looked at it, I was just thinking about this song. I think it was from Sesame Street, Elmo specifically, because of course it was Elmo, and it was their guacamole song. I will not be singing that because it's kind of funny, but it's also kind of embarrassing. I okay. Let's but yeah, I changed base colors to the base colors white. The base colors white to black, blue to red, and purple to orange because I felt like just turning it like that and seeing how the hair was kind of like a darker blue, I tried to make it a lighter blue instead of completely changing the hair color to red. I think I liked the white. The white specifically was definitely inspired by Rosario plus Vampire. Then I did the yandere test level. Ah, I was so happy when I found a VTuber that was similar, same Nephilim style, but like we look so different and I love her so much. She's super cute. And if you want to check her out, her name is Xenia, Xenia. Um, Twitter is at Xenia, XENIAA 143. Um, the Vieler again. Sad things happened. Check out Ran Queen of Cups. I think she hit her 1 mile. I think she hit Ran Queen of Cups. She's a tarot VTuber. She is doing so well. She is amazing, by the way. You should definitely check her out. I did a small voice reveal. I was so upset when I saw what people were saying about Lilo and Stitch that now I refuse to watch the movie. I don't care if it's not true. I'm not putting myself through heartache. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. Oh, this does not smell good. Oh, I am not good. Should not be eating it, but I do not care. I have to throw everything in my bowl away because it all smells bad. All gross. That makes me so sad. But I think it actually went bad. Oh, and it tastes horrible. And if your five senses say it's bad, it's probably bad. Especially if all my five senses say it's bad. I'm finding something else to put in my mouth because, oh, that was bad. I don't know what went through my head when I decided to eat it anyways, when it smelled. Oh, it feels like it stained my mouth, that smell. Ugh. It did. Oh, that's fucking gross. Let me explain to you what this smells like. If you have ever worked in a kennel, I have. If you are eating, don't listen to me for the next minute. So, you have a minute from now. Let me say, ugh, I can feel the air in my mouth, and it's fucking gross. It's like, have you guys ever smelled like, it smells like dog shit that's been left in the sun? I mean that literally. Like, horrible smell, extenuated, like if they had something going on with their bowels. It smells horrible. Why did I put it in my mouth? Because I'm a dumbass. Because, ugh, I can still taste it. Why do I do these things to myself? I'm crying. Not literally. But God, I need something else in my mouth. Oh. I put a lemon drop in my mouth. It's like fruit juice, lemon, and oh, why was it so gross? I was like, it might smell bad, but it should still be good. I didn't leave it out for that long. It was horrible. Oh, if anything smells bad again, I'm throwing it out right away. I'm not even gonna bother trying it. Oh my God. That was absolutely ass. I talked. Oh my God, it's been a while. Where's my update? Yes. 7th, the 18th. Okay. I skipped a couple things. Let's go back. Number 3 was ASMR, which I absolutely love. I became more interested in ASMR after I started watching the Uriel girls. Um, I think halfway through March when I found the Uriel girls. I watched them when they first debuted. I thought they were very cute, amazing, talented people. Am I just blazing people at this point? Yes. And do I care? Absolutely not. Very well deserved. Um, okay then. I, during this time, I tried ASMR. You guys have seen it. I did a bit of ASMR on my Twitch channel, but I didn't really like that it would delete things. If I wanted something down, I would take it down myself. But personally, I just wanted to keep everything. So, keep everything I tried, even if it was terrible. Oh my god. But yeah, it was so bad. What is it? First ASMR I listened to was actually Imi Bisu. Her one of her first ear cleaning ones. I think it was her first ear cleaning ASMR. I listened to it when I had earbuds and it was perfect. I loved it. By the way, the food is still in my room and it's smelling up my room. I need to get rid of this now. So, I'm gonna go for a little bit to get rid of this, and then I will be right back. Because absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely not. I kind of rushed here, so a bit out of breath. Trying not to breathe on mic, or else YouTube is gonna get the wrong idea. Oh god. Let me get my breath for a second. Let me catch my breath for a second, goddamn. Oh, that hurt. Okay. Threw it out. The bottom smelled worse than the rest of the bowl. I am not opening that trash can again. So, got rid of it. Definitely not in my room. So, oh my god. That smelled. Oh, I'm just glad to eat something else right now. I'm having lime chips with guacamole. I'm having lime chips with guacamole. Lime tortilla chips with guacamole. Amazing. It's a classic style guacamole. I didn't bring my entire jar here with me because the entire thing would go bad. The entire thing would go bad if I brought it here with me. But lifesaver. What did the bowl have? Chicken, cheese, and beans. All things that would go bad if you did not refrigerate them like you're supposed to. If I put you guys close to my mouth, it'd just be heavy breathing every ASMR. And honestly, crazy, but not something you could do on YouTube, even if I wanted to. Okay. Now that my mouth is cleansed, I can drink a cup of water, and we can get right back into what I've been doing since I've been gone. So, hey, I'm so ASMR. Tried it out. Actually really love it. I wish I had a better mic for it. Mm. My setup is about to drastically change because I ended up moving apartments. Speaking of which, let me tell y'all, read contracts. Always read your contracts. No matter how many pages it is, they will make it that many pages, so you guys will not read it. Read everything, no matter what. Because the things I saw in certain contracts, kind of crazy. Um, mhm. There's so there's like a lot of stipulations and stuff like that that I honestly didn't think about, which it was really interesting to see because the apartment I moved from was like overcharging us. Me, actually. Me, my family, like a lot for me to live there. Which was kind of crazy. I liked it. It was a good place, but it wasn't like the best. God, my throat feels so scratchy. I'm so sorry, guys. Because basically, I know this is actually quite cheap considering some of the areas that other people live. But because of the area, I cannot get the taste out of my mouth. Oh my god. Let's move on, bro. Anyways, ASMR writing. So, I was doing my best trying to figure out how to write lore. Because as you guys, I wrote a lot when I was in high school. And I kind of just stopped writing because I didn't have time, energy, or any creative motivation. And when I found, it's kind of like when I found VTubers, and it kind of like opened this world to me that made like possibilities endless. And I was writing a bunch of lore. I wrote 2 ASMR scripts that I won't be reading to you guys, not this one. Anyways, but yeah, I really missed having that creative edge, and I think I lost a lot of my creativity when I started college. I realized I lost a lot of it because while I still had an overactive imagination, it didn't really amount to very much. But then when I started streaming back in 2023, when I started streaming back in 2023 on reality, it definitely helps me become a lot more creative, because when you're VTubing, it forces you a lot to, you have to be entertaining, you have to be creative. It's a very think outside the box type of thing. I know. I actually got so into it. I actually have a list of a bunch of things that I wanted to do when I had a bunch of goals as a VTuber, and I used a specific notebook to write them all out because of the way that it looked. It's like had this abstract front. Honestly, it's very generic. It's a regular notebook, one a spiral notebook, but I just love the design so much. For some reason, I couldn't write. I used one specific book I had to write my lore, and I would make sure I wrote it in the neatest handwriting possible. It was in this gray notebook that I had. I loved it. And then I used this spiral notebook to write all my ideas. And when you're in the same space, as always, other people come up with the same ideas. So a lot of these ideas over the years have been done. Um, one of the ones that I still am looking forward to doing was music lore, like having music based on my lore instead of, if you guys know Waifu Baby, she has lore and she releases music based on her lore, like Unrequited Love and Stalker, which both songs I really like. Guys, I cannot eat anymore. That's literally after what I ate before, I actually, because I ate one bite. So I'm definitely gonna like have stomach issues later. And I can feel it. But I wrote down songs that I thought would fit my lore. Um I thought of languages I wanted to learn. I was actually way I realized I was way more optimistic when I first started actually flipping through this notebook. Now I'm just optimistic. Just regular optimistic. Actually, I had a completely different design when I first started. When I first got into the VTuber sphere, I had a completely different lore. And then I rebranded when I was in reality. I rebranded into what I am now. Not something we can do later. Wow. I'm telling you guys, I wrote when I found VTubing, I became so like anything would bring me inspiration. Music, art, gaming. I loved writing lore. I loved having different options. I got so into it, I wrote my own game idea based on the lore. I had I wrote a couple. I think I'm still like this kind of today. I wrote some of the stuff is stuff that I wrote actually a little before while I was creating my not my 2.0 design, but my PNG design that you guys see in front of you. So, I was like writing out things I should do, writing, I would take notes on videos and stuff like that. I was so excited. I am so excited, technically. I had so many events I wanted to do when I eventually did stuff. I took every advice piece I could. Like, here it is. Yep, this is still my previous design stuff. Oh my god. Let me tell you, I filled this notebook as many pages as I could. I created this ideas on spot page where I just continued writing and writing and writing. And then when I came up with another idea, I would just pause the previous idea and continue writing. Oh my god. I created different outfit designs, fleshed out different outfit designs for each character. Even for this design, I think I have two separate. I have one main lore idea right now, and I have lore ideas for the future. Mm-hmm. I Yep. I found where I finally changed my uh design. It says change to bro. I just started talking about my all my other stuff. But yeah. Writing is something that I've been doing for a while, whether it's to write out ideas, designs, but then like the main reason why I loved writing was always the storytelling. Storytelling, storytelling. A lot goes into storytelling. Um, I know it's kind of been ingrained to me, especially if you live in America. That that mountain chart that they use, it's like um rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. Oh shit. And and it told us a lot about everything. Um it tells you a lot about not only how you want the story to go, but I think how you would view everything as the audience, because there's 2 points of view. There's the reader and the author. Give me a second. All right. So, okay. So, and I loved writing specifically for my character because whenever because I made it so that her lore would always give me like 100 branches. Would always have something that could happen. Like I would watch something and I'd be like, well, that's something we can do, or that's something we can do. Um, a lot of one thing I still want to learn eventually is how to do um animation. Excuse me, animation and live 2D because I absolutely love. I there's this one Twitter account I cannot remember because it's been a while since I saw them on my feed that posted like various ways they that they could like live that they could rig things in live 2D, and it was always jaw dropping stuff. It's like stuff I haven't even seen a lot in the VTuber sphere either. I think like it's like rigging different poses, which I think a lot of people are starting to do now. I'm really excited to see a lot of people start to rig different poses, like Scarla's cat pose, the sitting pose, a laying pose I've seen done. I want to see more poses rigged, because I feel like the only thing is I feel like the more variety that happens, I'm worried about not catching up. But that's something that I also realized about myself. I compare myself way too much, and that's something that always got me down. But I've learned to more or less ignore the feelings, because instead of being spiteful or hateful with it, it's like we grow differently because we grow in different circumstances. We grew up in different circumstances. We grew up in different circumstances. We have different experiences. And I can't compare myself to someone who's a little bit of phlegm in my throat, who's been doing something since they were born, and I'm just starting. Which I think I've learned to get over, and I'm really proud of myself for that specifically. Right now I'm sucking on a Jolly Rancher. Green apple one specifically. I love green apple. I love cute designs. We're going all the way back to May 25th, when I saw that when they saw that stupid thing about Lilo and Stitch. To be fair, it's not stupid because it's Lilo and Stitch. It's not stupid because the person wrote it. It's stupid because I hate what they did to that movie. Very, very sad. And I am honestly quite glad I'm just quite glad that I I'm kind of just happy they didn't do Princess and the Frog. Like, I'm a little sad that they didn't, but I'm also a little happy because if they did it and then messed it up, I would be more upset. And I don't need that stress in my life. I got other stress to deal with. Um, I And I think they announced they wouldn't be doing any more remakes. How sure of it am I that they'll actually do it? Not sure. And then I realized some of my posts were getting deleted. That made me very sad because because during that time I wanted to see what my first ever post was, and seeing that it got deleted made me very, very upset. And we're coming up to the 25th. Where I did a voice reveal on Twitter. Just a good morning. Just a good morning. And then Alicia, big cancer. Woot woot. Someone graduated from school. Amazing. Amelie did a Thunderbringer cover. Amazing. Serafina, VTuber, someone who was previously part of a Chinese company, then she left and took her IP. Amazing for her. Released a song. Amazing singer, by the way. Then I started dropping hints about a little bunny. A little bunny. If you guys can find the post, if you guys can find the first part of one of my posts, I think you might find her. Honestly, I was also a little sad to see myself drop in followers, but also when you realize that some of these followers, before I used to track. No, I don't. A lot of them were like bots, which was so sad. I'm right now I'm learning to find my voice, find out what I want to do in more ways than one. Mm. It's been a while since I found my voice. Especially learning who I am, who I want to be, and who I was told I should be. They're like very different people. I'm Something I also realized is Oh my god. Let me tell you guys. I definitely got something. I got told by like a lot of my friends I was neurospicy. But something more interesting is I got a view card. I didn't buy a box. I didn't buy anything actually. It is the VTuber Awards card with Fillion and Shylily. I don't think it actually does anything. It's just kind of like a it's like it's called promo 1, so it's not really an official card to actually play with. It's a water type card though, and it has a 9 on it. I really love it. It's the only V card I have actually. I wish, in my honest opinion, I wish they made more, but I can understand why they didn't, and it's up to them. Yeah, let me tell you guys, I tried searching for them, or I tried searching for like more ways to buy it, but like at this point, it, eh, even if I sold my kidney and my liver, I wouldn't be able to afford that bitch. Because I tried finding it online, and literally, it was like, for a box, 6,000. And that's where the cheap stuff is supposed to be. Hmm. Honestly, I just wish they came out with more. And because the previous ones won't be released anymore, I have such. Since the previous release won't be released anymore, I'm hoping that maybe sometime in the future. Because I know while a lot of people didn't like the game, A lot of people said it didn't have a lot of merit as art collection either. It being the first of its kind that actually included indie VTubers. This was like very much indie VTuber based. And I just wish they would sell more. Because they basically got sold out, and I wish what I wish they did was basically like pre-ordering. I can't remember if they did pre-orders for V-Card. If they did, maybe I just didn't see the post. But I don't think they did. Yeah. They switched to unlimited. And I just missed it. Which is so sad! To be fair, at the time I couldn't afford it either, so I didn't have $90 to spend on a box. Which is so sad because they were. Then, let me tell you this. I was not spending over $1,000 to buy 12 boxes. I don't know what it. Because I've never been a TCG card player. My first time playing any TCG type of game was online. Was the online on my phone Pokemon card thing that they used to do, and then I honestly got bored of it because I realized I could basically never keep up because it would release new card decks. I didn't give up because I realized I could never get new card deck because it came out with new card decks. I gave up because I lost my interest. It lost my interest, especially after like when it would release new card decks. It wouldn't like let you know anything. It would just be like, anyways, it's releasing a new card deck, so you now have to get the whole new card deck, and which means you can't complete previous card decks. All the previous card decks were gone. Read card deck box specifically Shy Lily. Yeah. I wish I had money at the time to buy those. But they're coming out with new ones, and hopefully I can buy new ones in the future. Or maybe someone can buy them for me. I don't know. I I forgot. But yeah, out of all the giveaways that I think they did one giveaway, which was really nice of them to do. But they stopped printing the previous cards, which is so sad. I remember because while I love that I understand why they stopped it because they didn't want, but I was like, if people still heard about what happened and wanted the cards, I think it would have been better because they printed them, made them limited edition. Now I'm more sad that I can never get them than anything. Honestly, it would have been my first ever TCG playing or learning how to play. They wanted it to be people who actually played it to actually be able to play it. Like, here is a booster box. Unopened booster pack. Yeah. This one is selling them for 30. A lot of people are selling like each pack for like $26, like each booster pack. For a certain amount. Art sealed cards. So yeah. Nice. Crazy that I still. Yeah, let's click this one, right? Yeah. First edition booster box, $400. Like the one box. People are selling booster, like the boxes for like 3 times the price now. And they're selling specific cards for over 100, which is crazy. Like they're selling like bow box topper 300. Crazy. I do think they just because supply demand, normal companies, normal market value stuff happening. I don't hate it. I'm just sad that I'll never be able to get one. I think the idea was good. I just think more people are. I feel like more people were. I feel like more people were disappointed in the game. It's. I don't know. I don't know why. I understand why people were upset, but I really liked it. No matter, I was gonna love it no matter what happened. So. I realize I've been talking to myself for like 500 minutes. Not like I hasn't been. But yeah. I also want to give you guys a couple more hints towards finding my other VTuber account. Like I said, if you guys do end up finding her before I finally debut, here's the three. Like I said, both of them are going to be me, but the channels will still be very, very separate. What I talk about on that channel might be different from what I talk about on this channel, and vice versa. That channel will be a lot more, and it's not safer work, because I plan to dive more into lewd tubing on that channel, and I don't want to mix it up with the current fan base that I want to build on this channel. So here's the 3 hints I've given you so far. I found a bunny girl that's very hypnotizing. I have a sister, beware her red eyes. And she is me. And obviously, if you find the first half of that post, you'll find her. I am her and she is me. And I feel like this is a big hint. This would be a big hint if I give you guys this. Or should I wait to give you guys a big hint? Well, here. I'll post it later. I'll post my hints hints later. It'd be kind of a big hint though. And as always, it's been fun hanging out with you guys. I am so excited to see you guys more often. It's been Uriel, your Nephilim VTuber. Have a great day, night. Remember to take very good care of yourselves. Drink a lot of water. Eat good food.